from Warrington to Wythenshawe. Couldn't find my camera. Just Trey doing a thing. Got to have a Wythenshawe jacket potato. And a holiday bag.
Right guys, we're back and it's the Out to Lunch show, it's the Chit Chat hour and we've got Mike Beasy ready.
He's kind of ready. He's flapping all over the place. What's he up to? What's he doing?
What's he doing?
Right, I've nearly got my tray camera set up.
Oh,
That's
I'm
an
on
official
camera.
term.
Hello camera.
Got your best top on, there you
Got
go.
your best top on. Back straight. They're looking all
That's
proper.
it.
Looking all proper now.
That's good. Do you know what? I'm going to use this deodorant can
Go on, then. I think a bottle of water might be a bit better.
Yeah, but I want to drink it. No, I'll drink coffee. Oh, we're on it. You're good, you.
Are we doing?
I've done this before, haven't you?
I've done this before.
We're on.
Right, you're back. You're here, back again.
Back again.
3 years since I last seen you. Yeah. And a lot's changed. A lot has changed in 3 years since I seen you.
The world collapsed.
The world collapsed, yeah. What did you do on March 20th, 23rd when the lockdown, when everything started? Where was you?
Went to the studio and started recording an album.
Really?
Yeah, my own little studio.
Ah,
I
brilliant.
thought, hold on a minute, all my business is dried up being a guitar teacher.
Yeah.
What do I do? So I just started recording. I think I started recording the second album and then just put out album after album. I don't really remember what happened, but I think I put about 2 or 3 albums out.
Really?
Yeah, and somehow managed to pay a few of the bills from it.
Wow, that's good.
Somehow.
So, didn't you go online to start doing your teaching with the guitar?
I did reluctantly.
Well, can you teach online?
You
Guitar? Can you do that?
You can teach online, and it works pretty well. I was reluctant to do it because I like teaching people face to face.
Yeah, putting the strings
Yeah,
correct,
there's nothing
placing
like
the hands.
yeah, there's nothing like that. But to be fair, people are used to it these days. You know, so it does work. It does work quite well. You can teach. You can do amazing things online. You can hypnotise people online. You can do all sorts.
Well, you're getting to that. You are a qualified hypnotherapist, aren't you?
Indeed.
Yes. Oh my word! Don't you dare! My mind's too strong.
High records.
I do not think I could ever be hypnotised. Ever.
It's not how it's purveyed.
My mind would fight it.
It's not how it's purveyed.
Really?
You quieten the mind. It's effectively your mind that's doing the work.
Right.
I just tap in and say
Mine
hello.
races all the time.
Yeah.
It's like I've got 3 or 4 thoughts going on at the same time.
Yeah.
And I'm worrying about all of them, but same time, like parallel thinking. Do you know what I mean? It's
yeah,
all
completely. You've got a multi-dimensional brain, Trey.
Yeah, I know, and it's weird.
Yeah.
But it tires me out.
It can be tiring,
It
can't
never
it?
switches off. That's
To
what I'm
switch off the
saying.
monkey mind
It never switches off.
is a tricky thing to learn how to do.
But what I do, which might surprise you, is I listen to your music when you're just playing and you've got these sounds coming on, and I fall asleep to that. That relaxes me.
Love it.
And I'm gone. I leave it on a loop.
Maybe I should.
You're
Maybe I
not
make the
long
wrong
enough.
game.
You're not long enough. Your videos.
I think maybe I should advertise it as sleep music.
Yeah.
Come to my gig and fall asleep.
Yeah, but what is all this? I mean, you've got drones going on, you've got vibrations going, frequencies going on.
Yeah.
What is all this?
It's not as complicated as it sounds.
It sounds
We've
very...
We've got a drone, which is one single note that drones out.
Right. Is that at a certain frequency?
Yeah, you have it at certain different frequencies, but ultimately, it's the intent behind what you're doing. You know, we create our own reality. So if the intention is good behind the frequency that we're putting out there, it doesn't matter so much what type of frequency it is. It's the kind of the intent behind it and what you're kind of pushing into these things. But drones have been used in Eastern and world music forever. It's just not so common in the UK or the Western world.
Is it more in the Eastern world?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you get a lot of kind of Eastern music that uses drones and uses boxes to kind of generate the tone. So it's not new. It's but what I came to end up doing was playing my own music on top of the drones.
Right.
Which is kind of a combination of all the things I've ever done before.
Have you always been into? Is this always been a passion of yours?
Yeah.
So even when you were in the WINACHI, because you were a member of the WINACHI tribe, and you've left now, so you got injured.
Yes.
Yes, you had a bad injury, which took...
That was my lockdown.
That was your lockdown. 14 months you were out of the game, wasn't
14
you?
months out of the game, yeah.
So, how did you injure yourself? Because a lot of people want to know how you injured yourself.
I think it built up over a period of years. There was one incident when we were in Italy and we were kind of driving around on the way to a pizza place. None of the band were driving. None of the band. It was somebody else driving and they put the foot down and I had my hand on the back of the seat.
Seat rest.
And it pushed right into my shoulder. And I felt something pop. I ignored that, you know, like you do.
And you carried on playing?
I carried on playing, and then it was when I was in Greece in September 2020. I decided to, because the UK was in lockdown, so I decided while I was in Greece that I'm staying in Greece.
Good for you, man.
Yeah, absolutely. I love Greece, so I thought...
My home.
I love it. Always had an affinity with Greece. Yeah. So I kind of decided, well, I'm going to stay a bit longer. I'm going to book an extra week.
Brilliant.
And the moment I booked it, I felt pain in the shoulder. And it was one night in a club and some girl spun me around 3 times. And
like a twirl, you mean?
Yeah, she twirled me around 3 times about as bad as you can. And thank you, because ultimately it needed to happen. You know, but then I woke up the next morning and I was like, something's really not right. And I checked my BPM on my smartphone. It was like 140, 150,
That's
160.
the pain. Oh, wow.
And I thought, oh, right, maybe this is it then. Maybe I might not make it back from Greece.
Oh, my word.
But then I got back and I got, obviously, them to have a look at it and they thought it was broken. And then they said, no, it's not broken, on your way. So they gave me a photocopy of some exercises to do.
Oh, right, yeah, okay.
And then 14 months later, I finally managed to kind of build it up.
So ultimately, it changed your life because you had to. Is that one of the reasons why you had to leave WINACHI?
It's not. I left at the end of 2019, and there was a few reasons, and it was mostly because my mum was ill.
Right. Okay.
You know, and there was certain. It wasn't an easy thing to kind of deal with, and there was a few things going on as well. But that was predominantly the reason. But then when I got invited to kind of come back in, I just couldn't do it because I wasn't even up and running.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I kind of believe the universe is everything for a reason.
So did this lead you down this path of this teaching now?
Well, I've always taught.
Have you always done that?
Yeah.
Even when you were in the WINACHI tribe?
Yeah, I love teaching. That's kind of fun. As a musician, you got to have your hand in multiple sources.
Right.
And I think a lot of musicians, and this is just from speaking to musicians, they do teaching because they feel they have to. But I love teaching.
So how did you join the WINACHI tribe?
I got the phone call off Liam.
Right. So did you know Liam before this?
Yeah, me and Liam were in a band when I was 20 and he was 17. So we went full circle.
Right.
And I was sat there after it was 2016 and I was sat in my little studio and I thought it'd be nice to kind of do some, gigs and stuff. And then the phone rang. And Liam went, yeah, do you want to come to Hollywood? Do the first WINACHI gig? I went, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Oh my God, because I love the WINACHI tribe.
Yeah.
It's one of my favourite bands of all time. I think they're amazing.
Yeah.
And I didn't know you'd left until I saw a lineup and you weren't there.
I changed, like Doctor Who.
I had to take a double look. I thought, that's not mine. So I got in touch with Liam.
Yeah.
I said, where's Mike?
Yeah.
Where's Mike?
That's nice of you. Thanks for caring.
Oh, well, it was. Wow. So now you're doing seminars, mini seminars, aren't you, where people are booking to come in and sit. So what do you do at these things?
I'll give an example later, but basically I'm an improvisational musician, which I always have been. So now I just use the drones and I just tap into what you might call the higher frequencies and I just let the music.
So is people just sat there meditating?
Yeah, people can meditate or people can just listen. It's kind of somewhere in between.
Yeah, I've got this image where they're all sat on mats and they're all listening to you.
They bring mats if they want.
Wow.
But it's somewhere in between. Because I like to use hip hop beats as well.
Oh.
So I incorporate. I love hip hop, so I put hip hop beats into kind of over the drones, and then I play along to them at the same time.
Where did you get trained as a hypnotist and regression?
Yeah, very good friend of mine called Laura Whitworth, and she developed a technique called SCHH, which is called Soul Center Healing Hypnosis. Google it, check it out.
Yeah.
Laura Whitworth, and she's an amazing person. And I used to watch her videos on YouTube, And then we got talking eventually via that, and she checked out my music, and we kind of had like a past life recollection. I know you, don't I? And then ultimately, I ended up training for that, partly while I was injured as well.
Right.
But it's deeper work than a past life regression. You're accessing parts of your kind of, parts that have been hidden. You're kind of clearing off the muck off your windows, if you will.
Wow.
Which enables you to kind of manifest into your life things a lot quicker. People are covered in a lot of trauma, be it this world or many other existences that they've got going on. And this reality in many ways is controlled from the subconscious. So to get to the root of these problems, you have to go to the subconscious to get to it.
Yeah.
So I just work with what people call higher self. And people listening to this to be like, you what?
I know.
What are you talking about?
I'm sat with my mouth open. I mean, this video's going to look ridiculous.
But believe me, when you're kind of doing these things, and people you've known for a long time turn around and start speaking in different voices and start talking about, and we call it past life regression.
Pardon? Hang on a minute.
Oh yeah.
Backtrack. People talking in different voices.
Yeah, it's almost like being an exorcist sometimes.
You've regressed them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, there's trauma hidden inside, and it's not just this life. We call it past life, but in actual fact, we're multi-dimensional.
Yes.
It's all going on at once.
Yes.
So we have to clear some of the branches on these trees to kind of help people. So it's powerful work, and it really helped me. It helped clear a lot of things that you don't even know about. You don't even know about most of the things that are going on, and it cleans your system. Up.
And how long do you need how long would someone need with you? Would you do that on a one-on-one basis?
Yeah.
Or how long would someone need with you to clear out this trauma or branches they've got?
It depends how much trauma's there, but ultimately a session lasts about 3 hours.
Really?
So you do 1 hour kind of a talk beforehand, and then you do 2 hours maximum with somebody under hypnosis. And ultimately the point is you want to get people to the other lives to experience what's going on, but in order to do that you sometimes have to clear trauma. So it depends how much trauma people have got going on. I mean, there's a diamond under everyone. There's always a spark of light in everyone. It's just a case of kind of bringing these things out. Yeah.
That's amazing.
It's incredible.
So have you come across people who can't be regressed, can't be hypnotized, and don't come under the...
No, it's not quite like a stage hypnotist.
But something like that, sleep.
Yeah, it's not like that at all. You're working with the person's subconscious or higher self, for a better word. So they know what's best for them, even if they don't know. So they will often give you the best scenario to do what needs to be done in that particular moment.
And what happens to these people after they've been cleared? What's the ultimate goal? What is it?
I feel light as a feather.
Really?
Yeah, some of them voices might stop talking in the head.
That negative voice
that negative voice that keeps talking
you out of enjoying yourself.
Exactly. You could think about it like, and this makes sense, doesn't it? You can imagine there's 2 radio stations.
Yeah.
One's a good radio station that wants the best for you, and then I've got a name for it, and it's kind of ends in head loop, but you got the loop that keeps on going around in your head, and they call it 2 wolves. These are all ancient things and things that people know about. Labelled in different ways, but it's about recognising what that voice is and clearing it out if you can.
What religion is this all based on? Is it like Buddhism? Is it? I don't want to say religion. I don't want to say religion.
Yeah.
I can't remember. Think of the word.
Tough words are tough, aren't they?
Yeah.
When we put labels on things, we instantly trigger all sorts of kind of anything we've ever heard associated to those words. But ultimately, it's source. We're all kind of one being. We're all one, having different experiences.
Let me put it a different way. Which country would you go to then to find your higher self and learn more about this subject? Where would you head to?
Any country.
Really?
Because we're all one. But obviously,
countries.
Greece for me. I'll say Greece because I've got an affinity with Greece. I love Greece. Always have done. And a lot of people go to India to study these things. Yes,
this is what I was thinking of. India,
There's big connections.
Shaming, Ayurveda and all this.
Absolutely. Shamanic work.
Yes.
But there's shamans all over the world.
Have you met some?
Yeah.
do you mix? I mean, do you speak with them? Do you converse? I mean, do you swap ideas? Do you help each other? Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, everybody needs help. Everybody's on a kind of their own path, and then a collective path in this crazy reality.
So you're going to play us something then?
I'll play some stuff, yeah.
Come on then.
Yeah, we're going to do it now, are we?
Yeah.
Let's do it, right, okay.
Putting you on the spot
Let's
here.
do it, put me on the spot, why not?
This is a Trey show.
Right, excellent. So what do we need? Do you need to mic me up, or...?
That'll pick you up anything.
That'll pick up anything?
Yes.
Right, let's do it then.
That'll pick up everything you're doing. Oh my
Right.
word. So what guitar's this? Is this just an ordinary guitar?
It's just an ordinary guitar, it's not from space or anything. It's
Special powers.
What is, I've had this guitar about 20 years.
Wow.
And just kind of waiting for something to be done with it.
It looks in good condition.
It's not bad, is it? It's,
For 20 years?
Yeah.
Has it been in the case for 20 years?
Didn't get used to quite a while.
Wow. Tell.
Yeah, it's beautiful. So it was there for the right moment when I needed to do stuff.
So different guitar. I'm really bad with
No,
guitars
ask
because
away.
I'm not a guitarist.
Yeah.
So different guitars make different sounds.
They do.
So why does a guitarist have? How many guitars have you got?
1 million.
You'd love to have 1 million.
No,
I've seen
I
you
don't
go
know how many I've got.
I've seen you go shopping at these guitar shows.
Oh, wow.
What was that £26,000 guitar?
There was a £23,000 Fender Stratocaster at the guitar shop. Nobody should pay £23,000 for a guitar.
No. What was so special about it?
Because it's old.
Is that it?
From 1962, which is quite a
So not like
vintage
was that like the Stradivarius of guitars? No?
Yeah, you could call that. But there was nicer guitars I fell in love with there. You know, there was some amazing guitars there. There was a company called Fibonacci, which is a great name, and that fell in love with that completely.
Wow.
To be honest.
So why does a guitarist have so many different guitars lined up in their homes?
Different palettes of sound, but ultimately you can find your own voice, and you're going to sound like you on any type of guitar. But different sounds. Like this is a nylon stringed guitar that we can kind of plug in. So instead of steel strings, we've got nylon strings, like my own flamenco.
Yeah, that's great.
So if I was playing electric, it might not quite sound like that.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
How long have you been playing guitar for?
No idea.
How did you start?
I think I was about 14, and
Really?
somebody had a guitar around the corner from me, and I kind of went, "Whoa, what's that?"
At 14?
Yeah, but I didn't start kind of. I went to music college when I was about 20. Still
Right.
trying to find my way like anyone does, really. And then I got kind of gigging in my early 20s. You know, kind of took it from there, really. Yeah, so I've probably been playing over 20 years. 20 years.
So you went to music college?
Yeah, it was in Widnes in Holton. That was
So what did that
crazy.
teach you?
I don't really know.
I presume you could already play by then. Was you self-taught?
Yeah, all self-taught, but I wouldn't say I could. We can all play. We can all get a sound out of it.
Well, I can feel that.
I can
that's
teach
it.
you. You'll be all right.
All right then.
But
Teach me how to
to
strum.
find your own voice is a different thing. To find your own voice in guitar, I was always more into kind of. I try and learn songs. You know, I try and learn like Hendrix stuff was what I tried to learn. But then I'd play a riff, and I'd go, I like that, and then I'd go, and I'd start to make my own thing out of it.
You played something once on video, and I think it was some Jimi Hendrix or something, and it was amazing.
Oh, thank you.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
I just love watching you play. I think.
Thank you very much, Treasure.
You make me. Honestly, you do. I think you're amazing. So what are you going to play me now?
No idea.
Serenade me.
No, I do. I've got a bit of an
Go
idea.
ahead.
It's a new track
Just-
I recorded.
You just go ahead and play.
A
This
new
is
track in
my thing.
London. I'm not going to play the 13-minute version for you.
No, all right then.
I'll play like a condensed version of it. It's called Return of the Bird Song. I kind of improvised it in London about 7 or 8 weeks ago. And we filmed it, and I've got a friend who's doing a video at the moment. He's working hard on it to try and get it out. So we'll
Right.
live stream it out when the full performance. But I'll do a bit of that.
Okay then.
I'll do a bit of that. Right.
Do a bit of your Hendrix and a bit of your different ones. I love. I definitely want Hendrix out of you.
Let's do it. Let's see what happens there.
Yeah. eyes close and sort of like I start going deep into myself and I feel like I'm going like that?
I don't know.
It always happens. I don't know what it is with you, but it's like juju.
Oh, thank you. That's good.